Hello, I'm Lightwolf and welcome to my channel. Today I show you two new scripts. The first one is a speedometer script that shows the speed of a vehicle, and the second one is a graphical instrument panel that shows different states of a vehicle like a speedometer found in cars. That's all I show you in this video. So I written the speedometer script some months ago. There was a reason for me to make it, because if you are inside a vehicle in the full screen mode like I do at the moment, you are not able to see your speed, yeah? And because of that I have needed some script of that, and this was also actually my first script that I bring to life, yeah, for my personal stuff. And yeah, now let's see what we have here. So now you see my speedometer script. It's a simple script. At top you see the title speedometer, below you see the speed. At the moment it shows 0 because this is a station. How you get my script, there's a link to my Steam workshop in the comment section below. Just subscribe there and you are able to use it. Then come back to Space Engineers and go to your vehicle. You also need a programmable block. Open your control panel and press on Edit on Workshop. Search for my speedometer script. Press on OK, then it's pasted. Then at least you have to copy this name tag. You also can change that if you want. Then press on Compile, OK and Save. And paste the name tag into all LCD panels you want to show as a speedometer. So that's all, now it works. So if we drive forward, you see our speed shown in the display. But there's some settings more you can do. Open again your programmable block. At the top you see the first thing, you can change the unit in meter per seconds, or right now it's at the moment it's kilometer per hour, or you can make that to miles per hour. It's simple to do that. We have two variables. The first one is meter per second enabled and the second one is miles per hour enabled. If you want to show meter per seconds, make this to true and this to false, like you see here. If you want to show kilometer per hour, you have to make false false. And if you want to show miles per hour, make false true. Here false, there true. So the next one, actual, you see the letters are green. This color depending on the speed of the vehicle. You can also change that. Again, go to your programmable block. Then you see here the speed level green. That means below that amount all letters will be green. Then below 70 and above 30 it will be white like default. And if it's above 70 then it changes to orange letters, and if it's above 100 it changes to red letters. At least we have also the self-updating system. At default is on. If you want to disable it, then here change it to false. And below that we have the self-upsys per second. That means how many times the script will be updated in seconds. Yeah, that's all. So to show you the different colors of the panel, let's speed up our vehicle. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now we see orange, now we see red, now we brake. And we are back to 0. Yeah, now we are 0. So that's all for the speedometer script. It's a simple script, nothing special. But the next scripts, we jump in few seconds. That's really special. For me, it's my personal masterpiece. Yeah, It was a really hard way to do it, needed very long time. It's a really complex script, but okay, don't talk too much, just jump to it. Actually, the instrument panel also was the first graphical script I written. After that I written the battery status script and the hydrogen status script. And yeah, by the way, if I say we jump to the next script, I think you will see what I mean. Oh yeah. So bam. So now let's see what we have here. Yeah, I proudly present my new instrument panel script. It's a graphical script and the actual design is inspired by an Alfa Romeo. I just changed something to fit it into Space Engineers. Yeah, to show you each of the different modes, we go to my vehicle that I've created for that. So let's bring the bridge down. How you like my bridge? I like things like that. So also proud of my new cockpit design. To enter it, you open the panels. Then when you are inside, you close it. So now how to get the instrument panel script like the Speedometer script. There's a link in the comment section below. Go to my workshop, subscribe there. But there's not just one script, you need 3 of them. The script itself is too long to fit just in one programmable block. You need 3 of them. Because of that, you also need to download 3 of the scripts. So if you downloaded all the scripts, then go to your 3 programmable blocks. I named it Part A, Part B, Part C. You can name it whatever. You have just made sure that you have 3 of them and you know which you need. So Part A is the first script. Press on Edit. Go to Workshop, search for Part A, press on OK, then it's pasted. Press on Compile, OK, and Save. Then do the same thing for Part B, search for Part B, then press OK, then the same for Part C. So it's not that complicated, I think. Again, go to Part A. There you see this name tag, inst lcd script 2. This name tag you have to copy to to Part B, to the programmable block. Then go again to Part A, then you see this one, script 3. This you have to put on Part C. Yeah, like here. Yeah. And then at least you have to copy this instrumental panel LCD name tag to all LCD panels you want to show as an instrumental panel. In my case we have 3 of them, because I have a lot of screens around me, and yeah, why not? Yeah, ready to start. Now we see my instrument panel. It's also work like you see for small LCD panels. That's why I designed it. And the first thing I show you is, you see this small green arrow This shows your connector status. If the connector is locked, then it's green. But if you unlocked it, but it's connected, then it shows yellow. There's also something more about that. If you go again to part A, then you see a little below other settings, and there you see the display truck coupling hub status on off. If you set this to false, then you disable the full mode, then you see nothing there. Then you have to copy this name tag to all connectors you want as a representing sensor for the hub. So all connectors what have this name tag inside their name will be a sensor for this display. There's also a symbol. So if we make this to true, then you see a small truck symbol. Yeah, and I'm planning maybe make more of that symbols, like a car symbol or a ship symbol, to have different modes for different variation of what you need. But this is a future thing. At the moment it works fine, so maybe we think about that. So, and also if we losing the connection, so we are disconnected the connector, also if it's offline, then it changes to gray. So connected, on and yellow, locked, green, and again both off, or if it's not in range, then it's gray. So the next one, you see another green sign below. There is a small landing gear symbol. At the moment it's green, so it also means it's locked. But if we unlock the system, then it also shows yellow. And if it's not in range, then it also changes to gray. We have also a parking brake symbol. So if I put the parking brakes on, then on, off. So we have a red symbol. So just to go over these two modes, again you can go to your programmable block, part A, again go to other settings, and for the landing gears you see here display landing gear status on off. If you make this to false, then you disable this mode, and this you have to put on all landing gears. You want also be a sensor for this display. Then the next one is the parking brake symbol. Here you see the display wheel brake enabled on off. If you make again this to false, then it also disabled this mode. This name tag you have to put on all flight seats or remote controls. You want be a sensor for that. So if you put one of them on parking brake, that works. So let's see what we have next. At the top left we have a watch. This watch is at default disabled. There's a reason because of that. It uses system time, and the system time I uses a European system, so we have not AM and PM, we have the 24 mode. I don't know how to say it in a correct way, and because of that I'm not sure if that works for everybody. So to enable this, also go on other settings. In the first entry you find watch enabled. At default you see it's false. Make that to true, then you enable the watch. Try it by your own. If it works, fine. If it not works, leave a comment below and I try to help. The next one, you see there's a gray light symbol that representing our headlights or every light you want. So if I put the lights on, then you see we have a green light like in speedometers in cars, and yeah, I like that. Also very easy to make that to run. Part A, by the way, if you have something to edit, you always have just to go on part A. There's nothing to do for you in part B, nothing in C. Sure, if you want to see how it works and something white, you can do that, but don't make any changes. Maybe of that, then the script not works anymore. So If you have to change anything, just part A. Again, go on other settings, and there we see display, headlights on off. Again here, false if you want to disable this mode, and put this name tag to one of your headlights. It's not important that it's more than one, you can do that, but you have to minimum one light as a sensor. So if this light is on, the symbol will be on. If this light is off, the symbol will be off. Simple. We also have an indicator light or a winker light. Left one and right one. Or if you put all together on, then you have hazard lights. To install that, go again to part B, then other settings, display winker indicator, left, right, on, off, make that to false, you disable the full mode. Put this to one of your lights, like for the headlights, the same works here, put that to one of your lights for your winker left or indicator left, and put that into one of your lights for the right winker. So the next thing, there's also an battery status, an hydrogen status and an oxygen status on board. And I don't talking about that scripts I've written, but because of them you see I have 4 oxygen tanks, 4 hydrogen tanks and 4 batteries on board. But nothing on them you see on the instrument panel, and that's because all of them are offline. So the instrument panel shows only working and enabled states. So when we put our batteries to on, then you see how the states is filling up. That also means when we put 2 together, then it combines the states together and shows this states. So above the battery status you see a small blue symbol like an engine with a blue flash in it. That symbols the power generator, and if we put our power generator offline, then it turns into gray again. On, blue, off, gray. The settings for these 2 modes, go again to your programmable block, part A, search for battery. Here you see the battery generator status, ready, on, off. If you put this to false, you disable this mode. And this name tag you have to put to all power generator you want be a status for the instrument panel. Below you find the battery status. Set this to false, you will also disable this mode. There's also a way to show only specific batteries. Set this to true and then put this to all batteries you want show. This is at the moment work in progress and do nothing. Now come to the oxygen status. If you put the oxygen tank online, then you also see in the instrument panel the status. At the moment it don't fills up, and that's because we have not enabled our oxygen generator. If we enable them, you see a blue engine symbol with the letters H2O for oxygen. And now you see how the status filling up for oxygen tanks. Same if we enable the second oxygen tank. And this also works for hydrogen. If we enabled our hydrogen tank, then you see also the hydrogen status in the instrument panel. And also the settings for these 2 modes. Again, go to part A and search for hydrogen. Set this to false, will also disable this mode. And you can also show only specific hydrogen tanks. Put this to true and then put this name tag to all hydrogen tanks you want show. Same here for the oxygen. Set this to false and you disable the mode. And put this one to all oxygen generator you want be a status for the instrument panel. Below we have the oxygen tank status. Also put this to false, will disable the mode. You can show only specific oxygen tanks, put this to true. And then put this name tag to all oxygen tanks you want show the status. So we are finally done. That was all to know about my instrument panel. I hope you like my script and you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more of my scripts and projects in the future. Have fun and see you soon.